Soapy friends. I'm Kendra. Thanks for popping in and joining me. Members session that we did, we made a bunch of these absolutely adorable Santas. Oh my goodness, they're so cute. We did do a couple candy canes. I want to make a couple more candy canes and at least one more Santa with you so you can see how I made them. Now down below, you are going to see a link in the description for the polymer clay video that had the little tutorial for making these Santas. Super cute. And I wanted to pour our base as well. Let's go ahead and make let's make a Santa. Let's make a Santa because they're super fun. And I'm actually going to zoom in. There's our Santas. Here's the candy cane swirl we did. I think that was last week, right? And here's a couple of the candy canes that I made with the leftovers that we turned into soap dough. I was pleasantly surprised with how well the red came out on the soap dough. I was very nervous at first because it was very, very pink. I'm going to pour these into my little oval molds. So I just traced the oval onto the paper side of some freezer paper. And then I made a little skin tone and clay, and I just rolled that into a ball. You are not going to believe how easy these little guys are to make. And then, see if I can't get some of these in frame and keep it zoomed in for you. Here's our white. This is like ridiculously easy. Ready? Okay. Now my dough's still a bit sticky, but I'm just rolling with it. I was using some cornstarch yesterday. That helped a lot. Things have set up a little bit more. I think this dough would be like the perfect consistency. Look, now he's got a beard. Wasn't that easy? If I was to wait just a few more days, but who wants to wait, right? Okay, so I'm going to make the little mustache now. Break that in half. I mean, it's ridiculous how easy these things are. Okay, put a little mustache on him, and he just sticks right on there. It's like we're already halfway done. Check it out. Okay, I did practice on all those others. The first one was not so quick. But once you've done a couple, look. Isn't he cute already? Oh my gosh, he already looks like Santa. Okay, and then I'm just going to give him some whiskers. And you can just use anything. I got these stainless steel little skewer gizmos, like on Amazon when I just needed something to measure out kind of like micrograms for another purpose. But they're stainless steel little mini scoops. There's a little scoop on that end, and then that has a little pokey end. Some of them have skewers and different ends and whatnot. Where did I just put my towel? Here it is. Hi, Malika. Hi, Cassandra. Thanks for popping in. Okay. Now he needs a little nose. My goodness. I liked the big fat noses best, so I'm putting a bigger, fatter nose. Oh my gosh. Look at him. Look how cute he is already. He doesn't even have his hat. Isn't that just adorable? Okay. Let's give him his little hat. Told you, these things are way easy. I was like, oh my gosh, way easy. They were like super easy and almost a little more fun to make. Well, no, I think way more fun to make than the candy canes were. And I'm just going to kind of shape a hat here. You know, it's kind of like a little droopy hat. And to make it look like it's bent over, I'm just going to run this. There we go. I mentioned in the class last night for the members that if it's not like absolutely perfect, totally don't stress it, because it's a handmade thing. if you want something to be absolutely perfect, buy a machine-produced replica of something. I learned that from my grandma when she was an artist and she was teaching me to draw and paint, and she'd always say, if you want it to look exactly like what you're painting, this was just cornstarch, by the way, cornstarch in a bag, but if you want it to look exactly like what you're painting, just take a picture of it. And so I've kind of embraced that, just kind of let things be. So I'm rolling out the brim of his hat now. There are tons and tons and tons of videos up on YouTube for polymer clay tutorials. And that's what I linked down below, the one for this, the gal that had the video. I think she has 5 different Santas. I just thought this one was the cutest. That's why I went with him. Okay, here's the brim of his hat. Bloop. Put that little guy on there. Gonna cut him off there. See, it's still pretty soft dough. Okay. Squish him on. Look at that. He's mostly done. Oh my goodness. Okay, now this is how I did the eyes. I've got these toothpicks. And I'm gonna move his little brim of his hat up a little bit so I can just have a little more room for eyes. And I'm just gonna press the toothpick in. And this is just a little slurry of isopropyl alcohol and Rainforest Chica's black clay. And then with the pointy end of the toothpick, bloop, put a little drop in there. And voila. We have a Santa who's going to fit right on top of my little oval molds, and we almost forgot his little poof for his hat. His little hat poof. Bloop. I think sound effects when you're making things like that are kind of critical, don't you think? Okay, there we go. Oh my goodness, wasn't that easy? That took us like 5 minutes to do that. Super cute. We've got a little bit of cornstarch right on his hat. But there's our little Santa. There he is. Hi, Santa. Merry Christmas. Okay, so let's do some candy canes. Hi, Anita. Thanks for popping in. Let's do some candy canes. Candy canes are also super, super easy. I'm going to take some white and I'm going to put some cornstarch down. The cornstarch is just keeping the dough from sticking to your tabletop. The recipe that I used for the dough and how I prepped it and everything, well, we did pour off some of this soap last week into soap dough, so you saw me do that. And then I did another batch with actual measured water content for y'all. That's up on the members, the Best Friends Club. That holiday tutorial I put together for y'all. That has the essential oil blends and it has the soap dough. It also has my Three Kings Beldy. And there's another recipe that I don't remember right now. And I also put up there some tips for packaging and for planning and curating your gift boxes if you're doing holiday sales. After we roll out these candy canes, we'll check on our oils and we'll see if they are hot or cool enough, since I warmed them up too much, to pour our base. I was thinking on the base of these, I want to go green. I kind of want like a forest green because I was thinking maybe we could like do another candy cane swirl. Pressing that guy down, he started to fall off. But I think that's too much of the same colors in there. especially with the candy canes themselves. And I thought a white base, but then no, that's going to blend his beard in. So I'm going to go with a green base, and these I think look a little bit more on the rustic side, and that's really because of the dough being just a little bit more on the sticky side than smooth side. So a forest green, I think will give these overall a really nice look by the time they're all done. So I'm just rolling this little guy out. Now, if you're really going to get into soap dough, you can get extruders where you can push the dough out, and that would save you oodles of time on doing these candy canes. You don't have to roll this big old long piece here. But I'm just having some fun. I think these are probably going to end up being gifts for friends and family this year. Okay, so now I'm going to do the same thing with the red. And my red is stickier than my white because it had a higher water content in it because of the Madderroot slurry. So I'll have to keep reapplying the cornstarch. Otherwise it'll start sticking to the table. Try and get a little more in frame for you here. Smidge longer, just because we're mostly at the exact same length. Okay, so I just had a little bowl of water that I reached into, and I'm just going to swipe that along here because I want these to stick together. Like the rolling out of the logs was the hardest part here. Okay, then you just twist. One hand goes one way, the other hand goes the other way. I did a little, just a little demo, kind of math on it. Okay, so now they're twisted. I'm going to just roll them out like this. And what this does is it evens out. So it's like one twisted rope instead of two ropes twisted together. It just smooths the stripes. But anyway, I did the math on labor and cost for doing something like this. Talk about an expensive bar of soap. Woo-wee. Oh, that one decided he wants to be cut there. Okay, so we're done with that. To make it a candy cane. Easiest thing in the world. I want to twist this one a little more. A little longer, a little longer. Okay, not the best stripe on that one, but that's okay. Okay, here we go. Boop. Look, we know we're going to have a candy cane. I just bent it into the shape of a candy cane. I mean, that's it. These are silly simple. I really could not believe how simple the those Santas were too. I mean, they look super complex. If I wanted to spend more time rolling these out, we could have done thinner. And if you want candy canes with thinner stripes, or like the ones that have thick stripes and thin stripes, then you just put those different size logs together, just like we did. Okay, let me check our oils. These guys are so cute. I think I've said that a gazillion times, but check them out. I mean, I couldn't be happier. Adorable. Oh yay, 120. Woo! All right, let me zoom back out and let's get these put on some soap. Okay, here's the essential oil blend. That's the Minty Mint blend. That is up on the holiday soap tutorial in the Best Friends Club up at soapyfriends.com. And where's my yellow clay? So I'm going to do a little yellow blue make green again for this green. There's our yellow. This is Rainforest Chica's yellow Brazilian clay. And I'm just going to pour a bit of the oils in there to hydrate it. That way I don't get any clumps. And with clay, you can use oil or you can use water. I know a lot of you like using your essential oils to hydrate. I do that as well when I'm doing larger batches. This, I'm just adding the clay specifically for color and not for making that essential oil stick or anything like that. So it's not an aroma anchor. You know, without you all, I don't think I would have ever thought to make these. So super thank you for that. That was a wonderful suggestion to do some holiday soaps. That's all you said was let's do some holiday soaps. And here we are with the cutest Santas ever. Like I said, this is my go-to vegan palm-free recipe. I did modify it a bit for this. I put some mango butter and some cocoa butter in there. That is the most important part because I wanted the chocolatey aroma. So these are going to be like kind of chocolate mint smelling soaps with the minty mint essential oil and the cocoa butter in there. And I think that's perfect for Christmas. Let's go ahead and add the indigo in though. So there's our yellow. Let's get our blue going. Okay, let's see what that does for our green. And I'm just eyeballing the amount of indigo on this. Now this is the first time I've done the yellow and blue make green with Rainforest Chica's clay. So we're just going to have to wait and see what this turns out like. And yes, I'm going to just go ahead and put our cute Santas on top of it regardless. But as you know, with indigo, we really have to wait at least until the next day to see exactly what our color is. I'm kind of... No, I'm going to be done. We got like such a thick trace on there. It'll be fine. Those are coming out really pretty. Oh, they look kind of like teal gray on the monitor. They are looking like a pretty nice foresty green. I kind of wish they were a bit darker, but remember the indigo hasn't bloomed, so I should stop commenting on their color until tomorrow. And I dropped it on, and it's sitting on top. So we should be good to go ahead and put our Santas on. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, my soapy friends, look what we did. Those are so cute. Super cute! Oh my goodness! Ho ho ho! Merry Christmas! Oh wow! Alright, I'm gonna pack this away and get cleaned up. Thank you so much for popping in and soaping with me. This was a lot of fun. A little bit longer than we usually do these lives, but so worth it. Full recipe and everything will be up on the website. And the Best Friends Club holiday soap tutorial with lots of essential oil blends and other fun holiday themed recipes, including some non-denominational ideas. And I will see you next week. If you have any suggestions and tips for next week's live, please feel free to drop them in the comments below, post the group, PM me, whatever works for you. And until next week, my friends, I'll see you in the group and happy soaping.